Hey YouTubers, how you doing? This is my Aerodrone X13 by Toyz drone, and it did not work coming right out of the box. So I'm making this video because I did manage to fix it. I searched the internet. I found there was very little support. Many people were having the same problems. There were no YouTube videos that showed you what to do here for these cheaper versions. So I thought I'd make this video and show you what I did. And my friend suggested to me that I take apart the controller because the frequencies are not syncing. They're not pairing with each other, and it seems like everybody else is having the same problem, but there were no solutions. So here's my video, and I'm going to show you what I did. This is my remote. It's probably similar to yours. They're all pretty much the same. And the problem was when you turned it on, that little buzzing would continue non-stop and the light would continue flashing. It's not doing it now because it's working properly. So I'm going to turn this over, and now this is what I did. I don't guarantee this will work for you, but this is how I did it. And another YouTuber, there was one video that I saw, he had a loose wire inside. You know, they slap these things together really fast. Anything could go wrong. So on this particular one, it's really easy. You do not have to take the batteries out because you're going to use them once you get this open. And the way this works, there are little screws all the way around. And this is what I used to do it with. This is just a small jeweler's Phillips screwdriver. Now, my copter actually came with a screwdriver in it to assemble it, which would probably work on these screws as well. So the idea is you take all these screws out. I had about 6 of them. And the reason I have this cloth here, and this is just a little advice for not, doesn't have to be just this remote, but anything you take apart with screws, sometimes these screws have different lengths. And if you just throw them in a pile, you don't know where they came from. So what I like to do, I like to be very organized, have the area clean, and I like a mat like this right here laid out. As I take my screws out, I know I'm always oriented in one direction. I keep the remote one way. As the screws come out, I lay them down on the mat. And I lay them in a pattern and the order that they came out. Now this particular one didn't have any extra long screws, so it didn't matter, but that's a good habit to get into. So once I got the top off, this cover lifts off. And the only thing you have to be careful of are those little buttons. Make sure they stay on in the same place. Once I got it off, I saw at the circuit board, this right here, it's the holder for the phone. Yours probably doesn't have that. Some of them have this hole, some don't. But once I got it off, there was a wire, and it's about that long. And it's pretty thick, and you can tell it's not a normal wire. What that is, that's the antenna. Mine was curled back underneath the plastic. So what I did, I released it with the screwdriver. As soon as I took any tension off, it sprung back straight to where it's supposed to be. And at the same time, I also loosened all the screws on the circuit board. I didn't remove the circuit board, but I loosened the screws, moved it, shook it a little bit, tightened them back down. Now when I tightened them, I just snugged them. You don't want to crank down hard. You don't want tension or pressure, just enough to hold it. So I put my cover back in. Well, before I put the cover in, I did put the batteries in and try it. And voila, it worked. I was amazed. Anyhow, that's what I did. So I put the cover back on, and here we have a working setup. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a little break here, and then I'm going to set up, and I'm going to show you that it does work now. Sitting on flat level ground, we're going to turn it on, get our remote, turn this on, watch it sync. Stand back and hope for the best. And there you go. It works. I hope this helps you, give you a little bit of encouragement. You can fix it. And you've got nothing to lose if it's just sitting there. Thanks a lot for watching.